What's good, y'all? Welcome to our channel. I'm Maya.
And Sarah.
And we are charmed and dangerous.
Because you know we're charming.
And we are dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And you already know what we're talking about today. But before we get into it, we would love it if you hit that subscribe button down below. We're two besties. We talk about astrology. We talk about basically anything we want to talk about. So if we can get down to the vibe, hit that subscribe button. And now onto the video. Okay, Sarah. So who do you think is the biggest jokester of the Zodiac between Gemini and Sagittarius?
Okay, I feel like before I even get into the whole thing, I need to just talk about this axes of signs, these sister signs. I feel like I just have to tell the people, if you're looking to hire a clown, look no further than your Sag and Gemini friend. They're there for you and they will show up.
We will happily put on the outfit.
They will. And I
the
feel
red
like
nose.
there's like a 99% chance that the loudest person in the room is either a Gemini or a Sagittarius. So that's also another criteria that they vote me. You have to be loud to be funny. It's true.
It's true.
Like someone can be really funny, but if they're the quiet one, Sag and Gemini's like, what'd you say?
Right. I was stealing your joke. That was funny.
You're quiet. But yeah, I feel like the Sag and Gemini axes is just notorious for comedic relief, obviously. And I feel like they invented satire and their energy is just honestly needed in the world we live in today. So I really appreciate both of y'all's energy. And also I feel like just to be the funniest person in the room, you also have to be the one that's willing to take the most risk, which I feel like both of these signs are really good at testing people and testing their boundaries through humor, which not a lot of people are comfortable doing. A lot of people don't know what they could get away with. They don't know if they're funny, so they don't really try it. Yeah. Which I feel like Sag and Gemini really do, and they generally just know how to make anyone laugh. And if you happen to be the person that didn't laugh, they're gonna look at you as a challenge. Right. They're gonna be there like, I can make you laugh.
Right. I can do something else.
What you like? What you like?
I love both Sag and Gemini because they aren't afraid to be the butt of the joke, just like you said, you know what I mean? And like they're willing to be those clowns for anyone to make them smile or to help them gain like a certain type of optimism again, you know what I mean? Because I feel like both of these signs are very optimistic, and when you're not being like jovial around them, they're gonna try and be like, hey, let's get you out of that. You know what I mean?
For real. Okay, so let's start with Sagittarius. Okay, I feel like Sagittarius has that like, you were thinking it, no, you said it, you know what I mean, type of humor, if y'all know what I'm talking about. I feel like Jupiter's influence on Sag just makes their humor boundless. They're, you know what I mean? Like the limit does not exist. You know? And I feel like, yeah, they'll say foul shit, they'll make you uncomfortable, and chances are they're probably gonna make you feel uncomfortable with the fact that you laughed at something hella insensitive. But you know, that's between you and God. Like Sag won't judge you, but yeah, the Sag will be the one that makes you laugh about shit that you really never thought you would be laughing about, because it's like, oh my god, am I a horrible person for thinking this is funny? It's like, no, your Sag friend has always thought this is funny. They will never judge you.
And your Sag friend said it, not you. So you can just add in to it, you know what I mean, and just giggle with them, and you can allow them to have the blame for it, because we also accept that.
They really do.
We're okay with that.
They really do, but I feel like that's just the beauty of Sag humor though. It's like it enlightens you and makes you see things from a completely different perspective. Like it's always a teaching moment. Yeah, with Sagittarius.
Always. Yeah, I feel like I love Sag too because they can make a joke at a freaking funeral. You know what I mean? And that is hard to do, and most people should never dare to do something like that because it's rude. And it's like you probably don't have like the comedic timing, like Sagittarius doesn't always either, but I just feel like they understand like a sadness and a sorrow, you know what I mean? Like they have a darkness within them, so they can see that within other people and within a situation, and they're able to like find, I don't know, crack a joke about it, and you're never really mad that they did it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that to me is like the best type of comedian, because they understand the dark side of life, you know what I mean? And they try and expose it and find the humor in it. And it's really like intelligent to me. And like kind of cruel sometimes, but the world is freaking cruel.
It is. And the thing is, that's why kids don't try at home. If you think you can be funny like Sag, like you can't be funny like Sag. And even if you can, you don't have the thick skin that Sag does. That's the thing that works with Sag. Sagittarius can make these, you know what, these jokes, and when they make these jokes and people maybe don't like it, or that one night it didn't hit, more people were mad than they were laughing. Sagittarius doesn't care. They go home, they don't think about it twice. Other people will be like, oh my God, they were so scared of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, they really didn't like me after I said that joke. Like, they're gonna be thinking about it. Like the fact that people didn't laugh or that it got awkward in the room.
Right.
Sagittarius literally thinking about, what am I gonna eat after this? Like, I don't care.
Okay. I feel like they have so many jokes that like miss, so it doesn't, it's
like when it hits,
their back,
when
you
it
know?
hits, it hits. I also feel like Sagittarius literally just doesn't have time for bullshit. Like they're horny for optimism. So if they're feeling like any negative emotion from like you or the environment, they'll like put on their clown outfit, you know what I mean, and get to work. It's so true. Like, I'm here.
Damn, why you gotta expose me like that?
I mean, that's what you do. The thing is though, y'all be coming in and you're like, Captain Save-A-Ho, no time for sadness, you know what I mean? I have to save the day with you, with my I have to save the day with my foul jokes, literally. That's what you guys think you're doing, and you know, you really are. I feel like Sag humor truly does heal you, and it makes you laugh even when you're going through like the worst shit in your life.
Yeah, because I feel like what you said earlier, it cuts through some of that awkwardness that other people are feeling. Other people are too scared to say, like Sag sees it and they're gonna address it. You know what I mean? 100%. They're gonna crack a joke about it.
It's gonna be funny.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna
you're
be funny.
lying if you don't think it's funny.
Right, maybe a little offensive.
A little. Offensive on 10. Offensive on 10.
But you gonna laugh.
Yeah, for sure. And if you are not gonna laugh, you're gonna go home and laugh in the quiet of your home.
Right, and be like, oh my God.
You're like, oh my God, that
people can get away with saying that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I've always said this to multiple people. Michael from The Office is a Sagittarius. Like, he's so fucking, like, he says the foulest shit. Like, he thinks he's so funny. And, like, he is. But it's like, you didn't have to say that.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I'm gonna sit and think about that one for a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
I'm crying. I'm a little mad.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I've always thought Dwight is a Scorpio. He's so crazy.
Yes. I feel like Sagittarius comedy just has like that shock and awe effect. You know what I mean? Like we've kind of been talking about. Because we just say out of pocket shit all the time. And really at the most not opportune times. You know what I mean? Like Gemini has like that good comedic kind of like timing, and Sagittarius just doesn't necessarily care about that, you know? Like whenever it strikes them, they're gonna say something like kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people get uncomfortable with their jokes, observations, stories, but like Sagittarius lives for that, you know what I mean? Like we're thriving off of your uncomfortableness from our
That's how their
joke.
battery gets refueled. The more they make you feel uncomfortable, the more comfortable they feel.
Yeah, like nothing is off limits to us. And,
at all.
And when we see that it makes you squirm a little, I'm like,
for real.
fun.
Honestly. It just makes you think of like all the Sagittarius, like Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? Even Miley, like all these people that like just like they clap back queens.
Right.
And like they're gonna take it there. And you know what? Nothing is off limits because now I feel like it's personal and I'm doing it because I want to make people laugh at you.
Right, at you.
Yeah, like I said, the limit doesn't exist when it comes to Sagittarius and the topics that they will cover in their, you know, humor. And I also feel like Sagittarius just aren't afraid to like dig deep and expose the darkest parts of the world through humor. And like as a Scorpio, that does something for me. Every day I talk to people about over the surface shit. The more I listen to it, the more I hate it. Like honestly, I hate people. I really do. Like I love you guys and like good people, but usually people annoy me because I feel like everyone's conversation is so fake and we all talk about the same shit all the time, and like I'm tired of the same shit. Like I want to like talk about things that people don't talk about, and hey, if we can laugh in the process, like that's even better because now I feel a little bit more comfortable in the discomforts of the world. You know?
And like, yeah, sharing that with other people,
it's lovely.
it's lovely.
But you know, it's not for everybody.
It's not. No, there are some people who really...
There's some people who will be like, oh my God, clutching their pearls like, oh, Sagittarius.
My
scared me. Are you really like that? Yes, I am.
You really think about my life?
No, honestly, I need to insert like a meme. You guys know Milk Astrology. If you don't know, where are you? Like she's one of the most followed Twitter, I think, astrology accounts. She literally did a thread of what people think dating blah 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 blah, what it really is like dating blah blah blah. I'm gonna post it here and you guys can see it. So this is terrible. You know, I don't like that. That's the Sag one. You wanna play a game?
Wow.
It's true. It's true. It's
Wow.
like you think you're with the funny one, but then they make you the butt of the joke. They're playing tricks on you. Like, you know what I mean? So if you're not willing to be a part of that, don't date a Gemini or Sag.
Oh my gosh, yes. Because let me say, a Gemini and a Sagittarius really don't know when to stop on their jokes.
No,
you know what I mean? Like, they will keep going. Actually, it's one of my favorite things about a Gemini specifically is how they can like build off of the energy that they're getting from people. You know what I mean?
100%.
Kind of like a true comedian. They're like, oh, that hit?
Oh, you like that?
I'm gonna work
like
off that a little bit.
Subject? I'm gonna keep
roll.
going.
I'm gonna roll off that, you know? And I feel like Geminis are really good at like just keeping the joke running all night long for the people. You know what I mean? Like, they really go crazy for the jokes, and like maybe they'll like, it'll hit one time, they'll say something really funny, and then at the end of the night they'll say it again, and everybody's just like,
Yeah, for sure. They're like the Duracell bunny of like jokes. Like, I got more, I got more, I got more.
like, you like it? You like it?
Take a break. Have you ate? Like, are you good? Like, they're literally like
The jesters for the kings and the queens were
like, relax. Funny. Trust me, everyone knows you're funny. Gemini. Alright, y'all. I have a Gemini moon, so you know, it hits. I feel like a Gemini's humor is all about wordplay and just comedic timing, which is perfectly in tune with their ruling planet, which is Mercury. You know, Mercury is the trickster of the Zodiac, and I feel like, has anyone ever noticed like how effortlessly funny Geminis are? Like, they really just don't need to try. They're just like freaking funny. And it's not just because I'm talking about myself. I feel like they could literally say like literally a simple ass sentence like, I like milk. But like just the way they say it and the way they pronounce the words can make anyone laugh.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's that wordplay. Like, they just know how to do it really easily. And since Geminis are like tricksters, I feel like they also just love getting reactions from people. Like, that's why they're really funny too. And I feel like they constantly say controversial shit and make their opinions be known loud and proud, and somehow through their like charisma and their humor, you catch yourself like laughing with this Gemini for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
You're like, how is this happening? Like, I don't know how this happened. And you literally were just sitting here cracking jokes all night long together.
Time has like flown by.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, I agree. They are like the effortless comedians. I feel like in school, they were like the class clowns, you know what I mean? Who was always cracking you up. And now they're probably your closest friend who's still the funniest person you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like the funniest person you know is probably a Gemini. Like, there's something so sociable about their jokes as well. Like, they really feed off of the people.
They do.
When
they know how to make people feel comfortable with their jokes, and Sagittarius is the opposite. They know how to make people feel uncomfortable with their jokes, and if you're willing to be uncomfortable to laugh, you'll think they're really funny. Yeah. But if you're uncomfortable with the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With that, it's not gonna work for you. It's
not gonna think it's funny. You're just gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Like, let loose. Come on.
You're gonna be like, oh, that person's a dick.
Like we said,
whatever.
they're gonna be all booty tickle.
Yeah. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Oh, booty, rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty. I feel like Geminis too, like, they are very just intelligent people and very socially aware. So their jokes are more like quick-witted, like fast-paced, like very much like scenario, like in the situation. And I love that, you know what I mean? Like, it's very fun energy. It's like living off of the moment, kind of like we were describing. Like, they are able to like build off their joke based off of like somebody's side comment, like, oh yeah, you think that's funny? Like,
I'll show you funny.
Right, you know, like how people roll off of each other off of jokes. Like, I feel like Geminis are like the kings and queens of doing that. You know, they're like, oh, that's funny, like I can like add on to this and be funny too. And I feel like because they are so like socially intelligent and like witty beings, like they can crack those jokes in social settings because they're picking up on people's vibes, you know what I mean? Like, they're very good at reading situations.
You know the vibe. It's like that analytical mind that they have, where they're like, I always say this, I feel like as Gemini placement, I know that we have like all these compartments in our brain, and it's like, oh, that hit, okay, I'm gonna take this file out of this. Like, okay, that's gonna make you laugh too, I'm gonna do this. Like, you know, it's very calculated.
It's moving so quickly though, like not other people like realize how compartmentalized and how quickly the Gemini brain is moving, but they're like making things like a fucking computer go like hella quick in the background. Yeah. To produce the best joke for you.
I also feel like since they're ruled by Mercury, that's why their mind works quick, obviously. And I feel like nobody has wittier responses than Gemini placements. Like, we're so witty. We're so freaking witty. And I feel like before most people can even fully understand the situation or what's happening, Gemini has already cracked 3 jokes. You know what I mean? Like, people are still trying to figure out what is happening. Where are we? What time is it? And Gemini's like,
I said 5 jokes already.
Literally, like, I'm so funny.
Catch up.
Literally. And they just know how to, I feel like, turn like an awkward situation into like a joyous one, because they're willing to laugh at themselves and like just make light of a situation that everyone feels uncomfortable in, you know? And it's like, who wouldn't find that energy funny?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like they can take, they're not afraid to like take a beating, you know what I mean? Like,
at all.
especially like in a joke setting, like if they're like setting up the joke, they're like, yeah, come on, especially if people are like feeling sad.
Yeah.
Because they want, like you said, they want people to be like happy, you know,
For
most
sure.
of the time. They have that optimism. Both Sag and Gemini, like, they love the optimistic and happiness. So when it's not, they want to try and change it.
They do. I honestly, that's why I love these sister signs, because I feel like they don't get offended easily.
Yeah.
When like, you know, when we're laughing, having a good time. A lot of other signs get offended really easily. I'm like, dude, can you just like, it's a joke.
Right. Can you breathe?
You know what I mean? Like, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay. Take that
Let it
out of your
out.
ass.
Okay. Let it out. And it's like a noodle.
Just a little laugh. I feel like Gemini is probably like the most like common jokester, you know what I mean? Most probably likable
They should call
one.
y'all regular. Us.
Well, I mean,
I'm here too.
everybody likes, you know, your type of comedy is really what I'm trying to say. Like, it's acceptable more for the masses than I think sometimes Sagittarius comedy
It's a little
can
Mr.
be.
Worldwide.
Yeah, you know, and like that's super fun. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like to get a good laugh in?
For
And,
sure.
like, that's like a solid laugh every time, like when I see a Gemini.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Like you're
you know?
gonna laugh.
You're gonna laugh. And with the Sagittarius, I just feel like I love their type of comedy because they expose a type of like truth, you know what I mean, and a certain darkness. And to me, that's the best kind of comedy, like I said earlier. It's a comedy that exposes a truth, you know, and like gets to a heart of something that's like deeper and exposes, a truth.
I agree.
Because
I
like,
agree.
life is hard, you know what I mean? So if you can find a way to laugh about it, that's freaking cool.
It's
and
freaking
beautiful.
special. You're happiest when you're laughing.
It's true.
Yeah. I feel like ultimately Gemini humor is very over the surface, and Sag humor is very under the surface and dark, which personally works for me. So I guess what I'm really trying to say is that I already bring the Gemini humor to the table. So I need that Sag humor, which is why I prefer that Sag humor. It doesn't mean, yeah, I need you.
And I need you.
You're welcome for all the times that I've made you laugh. And thank you for all the times that you've made me laugh.
Oh my gosh, yes. And you're welcome to our people for all the times we've made you laugh.
Because we have made you laugh.
And we have offended you, you're welcome.
Right. Don't cancel us, please. We're just funny.
That's just how I express my love.
Don't cancel me because I'm funny. Alright, you guys, so we got a podcast, and if you didn't know, we got a podcast. Links are down below. Check it out. If you're a real one, you will.
You will.
Alright, so at the end of each video, we have a question that relates to the topic we covered in the video, and then we discuss it further in the podcast. Are you ready? Are you ready for the fucking question?
Yes.
Okay, so the question for this week is, what sign, you know, from Gemini and Sag, do you prefer to get you out of a depressive state? Which is good, which is good.
Yes, yes, I'm excited to talk about this.
So if you want to hear this conversation, check out the podcast that goes live every Tuesday, which means tomorrow, all right?
Check
we
it out.
post on YouTube every Monday and Thursday, like I said, podcast every Tuesday. Don't forget to comment down below with who you think is the funniest out of the Sag and Gemini sister sign combo and why. All right? We love you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your week because you deserve it.
Yes, you do.
And we'll talk to you next week.